weird. This is your first two-person.
Yeah.
I think I've only done it with Pete and Nick T for Sevens Up so far. Mm-hmm. So you beat Calibro. I'm not surprised.
Yeah, I'd hope. Come on.
We might have been live for that. Hello, everyone. It's Dylan from Yu-Gi-Oh! Everything, and welcome to another episode of Talking Yu-Gi-Oh! Sevens Up. This is episode 59, recapping the recap. I do want to apologize again. It's been such a weird month. The last 30 days, really, with these streams. I promise you they are still on Wednesday nights. Every time it gets rescheduled, people always ask me, oh, is this the new time? I would let you know if the time was changing, I promise. We just had to reschedule a couple weeks ago due to a scheduling conflict. We had to reschedule tonight because the episode wasn't released until very late Wednesday night, and it just wouldn't have made sense to do the stream, watch the episode right when it got released and do the stream when most of you guys haven't seen it. Today's episode is going to be kind of weird because of the episode that we are dealing with here. We are dealing with the first recap episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! Sevens, so we're going to talk very briefly about the episode. Some things that we liked, things we didn't. Again, it's very short there. And then we're going to talk a lot about the arc so far, the show so far, some news on the length of this arc. We actually learned that this arc is getting extended, so we're going to talk about that. And, of course, Mimi versus Swirly next week. Make your picks for that. I ran a poll. The pre-poll showed that you guys were favoring Mimi, not by much. I think Mimi won 47 to 39%,
right.
with another about 15, 16 coming in with a draw no result. Yeah. So it's pretty split. It's going to be a hard one to pick. And then, of course, in 61, Roa is returning. We're going to talk about that. But before we get into all of that with you lovely people, I want to thank Dredger for being here. Dredge, how you doing
Thanks
today,
for having
man?
me. I'm doing good. I'm excited. I saw my boy Swirly going to get me to 7-0, so it's going to be good. I'm excited. Swirly wasn't in this episode, so I was a little upset. But overall, I didn't, I was just excited to see what happens next, I guess.
Well, now, it's funny because we went around the table, if you guys caught last week's episode, and I wanted everyone to guess who they thought Mimi would duel. We had a lot of good picks. I myself picked Mimi versus Swirly.
You did.
And I said Mimi would duel for Goha, which we don't even know if she really is.
Yeah.
That's going to be something we'll get into. But I did call that duel correctly. I was surprised when I saw it, but happy that I got that one correct. So we're going to be talking a lot about Mimi Swirly. But before we get into that, I want to talk about episode 59. And before I get into 59, I want to thank everyone who donated or super chatted in the last podcast of Talking Yu-Gi-Oh! Sevens Up. Those super chats, those donations really do keep these streams alive. And so I do want to thank everyone properly at the beginning of all of my streams for those super chats and donations. So big thank you to Drago77Blue, Philip Rosewood, Jude, Jack Knight 21, Ice Aiden, The Flalips 101, Kaio Cesar Campos, Corundrum Cramble, TNX Rail, Nicholas Horton, Pickrick, X-Slayer, Wandering Souls, Legendary Duels, Johan Udai, Ivrea, C. Sanadvan, Cassius365, Solid Snack, Content Kuriyami, Limestone, Dark Emperor J, Mega Karibo, and Chapel of Flapple. Massive thanks to you guys.
Thank you.
Episode 59 was a recap. There was probably about 6-7 minutes of new content, I'd say. It was mostly a clip show. No Yugioh or Rick. It was pretty much led by Gakuto and Roman and Django and his friends. And then you also had Mimi and Itachi washing the dishes in the shop. What did you make of the episode? I mean, I never like to be too harsh on a recap episode.
Yeah, that's fair. But it's meant to recap. Yeah. One thing I will take away from this episode, Botan, girl can eat.
My God.
There's one thing I like to say. I love a girl that can eat.
Yeah.
But she just kept eating.
I know.
And it was like instantly, and like you see it almost Kaizo, like a little flashback. He shows Kaizo was like traumatized, and you don't like Kaizo and all, but it was fine to see like it's like a freaking ghost like eating the food, like it's a monster. So that was probably I thought some funny part of the episode.
We saw the Kaizo face again.
Yeah, the Kaizo. And we saw Ron's eyes.
We saw Ron's eyes. We saw Gakuting. We saw Hangry Roman.
Yeah.
They brought back all the gimmicks. Django's twitching.
Draw on the card. So they brought back some stuff. Overall, I think it was it wasn't bad. It was a recap episode. That's the best way to describe it. So overall, I thought that was decent for a recap episode.
I mean, what do you really? Because we never did an Into the Vrains Talking Yu-Gi-Oh! When a recap episode occurred, because none of them occurred after we started Into the Vrains. We started around the 80-90 mark. So, I don't even know how to go about talking about a recap episode. It really, I mean, it was it really, I guess, is whether the humor landed for you. One of the funnier moments for me was actually that Ronzai's moment where the guy says in her mind, I doubt he actually says it, "I'd love to see you with your glasses off." And she's like, "The glasses are part of my body."
Yeah, they don't come off.
And then her brother, like, comes in. So that was funny. The Gaku thing, you know how I feel about that.
Yeah, I'm not a Gaku ting kind of guy.
No.
So,
and so it was fine for a recap. It had its humorous moments, and I did like how they went to the well to bring out all the quirks and joke gimmicks of these characters that maybe there's not really time to bring out in a serious matter anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
Because when these characters are actually in duel episodes, they're going to be focused more on the plot. And so Roman abandoned the hangry mode, but to bring it back in a throwaway episode like this, I didn't have an issue with that at all. Yeah. So all in all, it was a recap episode. I feel like recap episodes get their own class,
Yeah, I know what you mean. I did like how Mimi, the mother of the group, was really good at washing dishes. I found that fun. I found that very interesting.
Yeah. Yelling at Arata at the
exactly,
end.
yelling at the poor guy's just doing his job. She's getting yelling. There's dirt on this, Because
Yeah.
I can tell you from experience, I've loaded the dishwasher wrong, and I yell that all the time. I'm like, how do you load the dishwasher wrong?
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
Well, you never load the dishwasher right.
Apparently not. But my mom never did wrong.
They're usually very good.
Never seen anything like it.
Yeah, I know. I've never seen anything like it. So Mimi, was gonna pay the bill. She's I guess that was maybe the only plot
Yes, that was
point,
interesting.
Because I think that plot point will lead into
the next episode.
So I guess that's something to talk about. Mimi no longer has this position, and she's lived her life. Even when she wasn't the GoHop president, she was part of Top of Hexagon.
Yeah, Top of Hexagon.
So she's lived her entire life, at least for the last, you'd imagine, 10, 15 years, on top.
Now she's on the bottom.
Now you have no job. I mean, imagine being like at the top of Microsoft. You're a CMO, CFO, whatever, and then you just lose everything.
Boom.
And you try to go to like a Microsoft place or a place owned by Microsoft for dinner. Yeah, you have no say here. And it takes a lot. And actually, one of the reaction shots that we got at Mimi, she looked shook by it.
Yeah.
Like that she wasn't like happy with that.
Yeah, she almost like starts talking. It's like, wait, what?
Yeah, because she's worked her whole life to get to that point, and that's what makes, I think, Mimi to me such a fascinating character. Yeah. And so, it'll be interesting because going into 60, we have the 60 summary that we'll be sharing with you guys. We know that it will have to do with her trying to climb that ladder.
Trying to get back on top.
So I think that was maybe the only thing you could take from 59 that will have a little bit of relevance going into 60.
I would agree with that. Yeah, there's nothing really else. Our main Yugioh Rook weren't there. Not even my boy SWIRLY was in the episode, so clearly, nothing there. So nothing really kind of leads to other than that what you just said. So I think really, again, recapping, we got that little piece, and now we can build on to 60. So.
Do you have any issue with a recap episode at this point?
No, because I think, I don't know a lot, but I feel like most Yu-Gi-Oh shows are on average, 150, 120, 180.
Yeah.
So having, this is first 59, now if they do it every 59, I don't know about that. But like having 59, then maybe at 125, but then that's the last one. I don't know. I guess it'll depend on how long the show actually goes.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with it now. I've seen 50. It's not like they did on episode 30 or 40.
Right.
It's not like it's the second was the first one we've done, and it did, highlight the main points. It was nice to see some of those, come back those duels, just remembering, I remember when Rook beat Yuga, and little things like that. So overall.
Yeah, I agree. I actually have no issue with it at all. Because so Vrains, which you're not familiar with, they had a recap, and they had production problems, so I don't like to harpoon on it too much. But they had a recap episode 13, 21, 29, and 38. So in those 25 episodes, they had 4 recaps, but they were underwater production-wise at the studio. The show's been run very smoothly so far. They had some nice breaks with COVID that obviously they could kind of catch up on some backlog, I'm sure, very early on in the show. So, I have no issue with the recap. If they did a recap actually every 50 or 60 episodes, I've never... it's a weekly running show. It's not like a My Hero or a Jujutsu Kaisen or an Attack on Titan or a show like that where you have a 12, 25 episode season and then you get a year off. With Yu-Gi-Oh, it's every
week they're coming out with another.
And My Hero, Jujutsu, Fire Force, shows like that, their anime is following a manga script.
Yes.
Yu-Gi-Oh, besides the original, never is. So it's all extra creative work that Yu-Gi-Oh has to do.
Yeah.
Same with an anime like Pokemon. And so when you're running year-round around the clock, I don't mind a recap every year. And
That's a good point.
I think this was a good time to do it because we're going to look back on Yugioh's fusion. At least I already am, as one of the monumental moments of this show.
Yeah. Bringing back an old mechanic, no, but being a twist on bringing back a new mechanic was built in. It's almost, you need a calm that you got this high. You're not going to maintain. You got to almost drop down so that the next episode can build back up. Right. Those kind of mountains and curves and everything like that.
Exactly.
Yeah, I agree.
And I think a recap is good here. Yeah. One of our good friends, Matty Adola Burst.
Yes.
He told me, I actually have not really watched much of season 1, but I'm watching it now weekly as soon as season 2 started, which was episode 53. He's going to love this episode.
Yeah.
Because you can tell anyone, say, watch episode 59 and then continue from that point on.
True,
and you get caught up on everything.
Yeah.
Now, you're going to miss, obviously, a lot of small details and characterizations and stuff, but you pretty much get everything that you need to know. You get all the major plot points.
Look, at the end of every season, you know exactly what happens.
Exactly.
So,
And so I think this was a good time to do that. We're going into, it seems like, the final part of our battle with the Goha siblings. Now that all of the siblings have revealed their hand, there's still some mysteries. SWIRLY, that shadowy clawed figure in opening 2, the dragon at the very end of opening 2, and of course, who the 6th Goha sibling is. So there's still those mysteries, but a lot of the hands have mostly been revealed, you feel, at this point. Yeah. So I think it was a very good time to give a recap.
Yeah, I want to redact my statement of saying every 60 would be too much. I think you're right. I'm forgetting that, there's 52 weeks in a year, right? So we're saying every 59. That means it's been over a year since there was, in a sense, a recap since the start. So I totally get it. It makes sense to me now that I really think about it. So
well, a lot of people, because obviously you watched a lot of anime before Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah.
A lot of people don't realize, or I think it's not that they don't realize, but they don't actually stop to think about it, because I have to do it myself sometimes a lot, that Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a weekly, around-the-year clock, non-stop franchise. Yeah. So it's
very
different
few
than a
that
lot
can
of
do that at that pace.
Absolutely.
Even major shows like now that you'll get like 12, and then there's a break. There's at least and I'm talking a month or two minimum. Yeah. This show, if it's going,
some of these shows, Jujutsu Kaisen might be gone for a year or two.
Yeah, plus honestly, you really think about it, and even Demon Slayer may not be back for a little bit.
Right. And those shows are animating based off the manga. They have the story already.
Yeah, SEVENS.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Doesn't.
So now you have creators trying to create something and hope it works, and then they got to get it on page. They got to create it, do the voiceover. It's a lot of work.
Right. So it always has amazed me, not including Vrains, actually how little recaps there are in Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah.
It's very impressive to me. But anyway, I don't have any issue with it. But definitely an episode. If you've seen the first 58 episodes, I'd tell you to skip this one. If you haven't, if you're like our friend Maddie, who started in season 2 or picked it up late or seen bits and pieces, this is a great episode to watch, and then continue with 60.
Like we have someone coming to the stream right now that's never been on your stream before, and watch this episode, and you kind of get an idea of what's going on with this show.
Right.
Right. Introduces Rush Duel, that shows all the major duels.
Yeah.
So
recaps have their purpose.
They do their purpose.
But they're always going to be slightly annoying for the people like us that have been watching
everything. So like, we want another duel. Come on.
And when you get a recap every 8 episodes, like Vrains, that can also cause some issues.
They had issues.
But they had issues.
Yeah, a lot of issues.
A lot of issues. There was news that we got. This arc is being extended according to the amount of episodes that are coming out in the DVD. So I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with this, but there was an announcement, and it's been confirmed, that the DVD for this arc will have 15 episodes instead of 13. We are used to 13-episode arcs. We've gotten that with the first 4 arcs. And so we figured this arc would be 53 to 66.
Yes.
With this news, it seems it will be 53 to 68.
Meaning 15 minus 13. 2 more episodes.
2 more episodes.
2 extra episodes.
Hey.
There we go.
That's why he's here. He does the math.
Do the math.
He does the hard calculations.
That's the only thing I'm here for.
That's exactly true. So, how do you feel about that?
More episodes? I'm all about it. I think it allows to build. Because we had said, in the beginning when we had seen the poster, I think we hope this is a 2-arc, 2-arc kind of villain in a sense. And now it seems like, they're not going to do that. At least they're at least showing you, we hear what you say. We're going to try to extend give you 2 extra episodes, which will take care of that extra dueling we needed.
Yeah.
So, because 6 to 5, we assume will be the final score. Whoever is to win. You need 11. You need 11 dueling episodes minimum. And then the last one you always know is 2 parts. So
yeah.
So I'm excited for more duels. More episodes. I'm always about more episodes.
Yeah. To me, it's a very good sign that they're willing to break the mold of 13 episodes. Yeah. That's a very good sign. However, to me, it's not enough. To me, especially when you already have an episode that's a recap, you basically have added one extra episode to the arc.
I guess that's true.
And so I think it is a really good sign, as you said, that they are adding some more episodes. They're not, so anal to the point where every arc needs to be 13 episodes. That is dead set. We break that mold here, which is a good sign, but it's not enough.
Yeah.
Adding 2 extra episodes for me, it's not gonna, especially when one is a recap. It's not gonna really do anything in terms of really excite me. The part that we should be excited about is, again, the fact that they are willing to break the 13 episode tradition. Does that mean in arc number 6 it'll be 20 or 21 episodes? I think for me it needs to reach 20 episodes for me to say, okay, I'm content with that. I'm not asking for 52 episode seasons. I'm not asking for 100 episode arcs. But what I would love to see, and I think that a lot of us would love to see, 26 episodes to me is ideal. Then you could flesh out characters, give more characterization. I think a lot of us have said the results have been there for some characters, not necessarily the character development. Roman is one, even though I love Roman, but she's one that I think of. And having extra episodes gives you that time. What's your number here where episodes that you would want in an arc where you could say, okay, that's exciting? Some people in the chat, you might be saying, no, 15 is what I want. What is it for you?
So for me, the one thing I'll say is because of, this is different dueling. Most other shows, I think duels lasted what? At least, 1, 2,
usually 2.
3, at least 2, Now we get an episode and we get a duel. And it's finished, it's completed. So I guess from that aspect, I still agree with you, it needs to be longer. I would be content with somewhere between 18 and 20. I think that would really, at least 18 minimum. Because then, again, as you said, kind of have more time to develop characters, give character development. And, if you have a recap, it's not a detrimental. It's not like, we only have 15. What means 115? That means almost 7% of that arc is going to be a recap.
Right.
So I agree with you. It definitely needs to be more going forward. But as you said, this is a good sign they're at least trying to do something a little different. Let's see if they build on that, moving forward.
Yeah, I think it's a good sign. It's not enough right now
not
for
enough,
me,
but it's something.
Definitely a good sign.
Yeah.
So you guys, again, I don't read the chat live, but I always go back and look. Usually on Thursdays, it'll be Friday. So please let me know your thoughts.
20 to 25, it seems like.
Yeah, I think that's the sweet spot.
Someone said 3 episode arcs, but mostly 20, 25, it seems like is kind of the idea.
Yeah, I think that would be good. I mean, I would take 18 or 19,
I would
honestly.
take 18 at least. Yeah.
But for me, 26 would be super ideal.
Personally, 13 is not enough.
Yeah, it's not. And I don't think anyone would. Well, I'm sure there's some people that would disagree with that, but I think a majority of people would agree. And I think they have already. 13's not enough. And so it's a good sign to me that they are expanding it a little bit. But again, only by 2 episodes. We already know there was a recap. So it's just, this isn't enough for me.
No,
but it's a step in the right direction.
I agree. We're taking a step. Question is, are we gonna take a bigger step, or are we gonna kind of, get stay?
We could go back, but we could go back to 13 next. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But anyway, that's the news there. We're going to episode 68. I believe that is the final week of September. So if you're trying to keep an eye and track when this season is ending, it's the final week of September, which is a little nutty because I feel like the final week of September is going to be here like that.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like your birthday's even in a month. I feel like that's like tomorrow, and that's 4 weeks away. It's gonna fly. It's gonna fly by. So
yeah, it's gonna be nuts. So excited to see what happens.
Definitely
with this arc. We're gonna get to 60 and 61. But I think we'll read some comments because they probably pertain to the episode. And again, this is going to be obviously a shorter 7's Up. We have less people here. It was a recap episode. So to anyone that's here, thank you. I'm surprised we even have 94 people.
You been 94?
Yeah, because recap. Sheesh. So not really anything to discuss. And it's not on the normal Wednesday. So I appreciate you guys all being here. I'm going to read from the link. Big thank you to X-Slayer for the $1 donation. What a weird thing to see grown men who was broken in a world where he didn't acquire his favorite car. That was me in Duel Links tonight. Also losing to one that left him shocked to the ground. That was me in Duel Links last week. Really embarrassing, bud. Also, Gaku Ting is the best thing Sevens has done for their show. Well,
is that X-Slayer?
You knew who it was. He knew who it was.
Without even...
X-Slayer, thank you, man. Sapphire Jack, thank you for the $20 donation. Jack, thank you so much,
Thank you, Jack. Awesome.
Thank you, Jack.
Awesome.
Urai Arata is a man who dedicated his whole life to cleanliness. He yearns it, loves it. It's the reason he wakes up in the morning and the thing he looks forward to at night. It's his whole reason for being, his whole motivation for living. But in this episode, he found out no matter how good he will get, he will never be able to compete with a mom. The point that we made.
We made that point.
The point that we made.
She knows dishwasher.
Sapphire Jack's a smart guy. You might say this whole world shattered in this episode. You might say his whole world shattered in this episode, but he's still a better character than Swirly. Well, we'll talk about Swirly Mimi. By the way, I'll let you guys know we are 3-2.
Yes.
The team is 3-2 on Swirly Mimi.
Yes.
So much like the chat was 47 to 39% Mimi, we are also very much split down the middle.
We are.
So we got some good picks coming.
Thank you for
But yeah, thank you so much for the $20 donation, Sapphire Jack. That was very kind. Johan Udai, thank you for the $5 donation. Ferocious Falcon, break through this fierce battle and spread your wings. Destroy our gathering foes. Rank up Xy's change. Appear. Rank 5. Raid Raptor. Blaze Falcon. Shun Kurosaki. Great character. Great chant. Johan Udai, love the Raid Raptor support. Thank you for the donation. Adam, thank you for the $13.92 donation. I think that's just weird conversion. That's probably why it came
probably
in
what it is, yeah.
Hi, but that's a very generous donation. Thank you, Adam. Hi, guys. Has anyone heard about the theory that the Goa dual disc / Yuga being the 6th sibling? Until this season, every duelist has the base red rush dual disc, but the siblings have had individual colors, green, blue, pink, orange, and yellow in that order. I feel like I have heard... Maybe it wasn't dual disc based, but it was like the eye color. Remember someone said that great theory?
Yeah,
the eye color. Yeah,
the
eye color. And
yeah.
that was a crazy theory. Obviously, if you're asking if I've heard if the theory of Yuga being the 6th Goha sibling, absolutely. Yeah. I believe it. You're more...
I'm iffy. I mean, I had to think... If it was any two characters, I think it's between Swirly and Yuga. Those are my two.
I think everyone at the team except Dredger believes that Yuga is the 6th sibling.
I still think he could be, but I'm just saying, if the question was if I had to pick one or the other, then I'd probably go. You think it's like a gun to my head, I'll pick Yuga. But for the most part, I still think it's very possible. He's a very mysterious character. He's slowly getting built up. He's my character. He's my guy.
If he is, you called him, man. You really did call it. You're sticking with him.
Yeah, I'm sticking with it. I'm sticking to my guns. You know, my 6-0 streak is on the line here. So we'll.
Oh God. We'll see who Dredger's picking. This guy's 6-0. And Adam, thank you so much. Ivrea, thank you for the $2 donation. Ivrea, appreciate it. The dynamic duo representing. Let's go.
Let's go, baby. Pounds around,
baby. Thank you, Ivrea. I appreciate it.
Hey.
That was probably very cringe. X-Slayer, thank you for the $1 donation. Pounds around, bro. Dylan and Dredger are people that think they are cool. Well, there you go. But instead they are people who are terrible at taking care of their Pokemon, and they never keep a promise. Like Dill keeps saying, the timeline video is coming, but when?
He's the bad Pokemon.
Yeah, he's a pretty good Pokemon
I'm decent.
trainer.
I'm decent. I'm not good. Don't get me wrong.
I will say I'm not a good trainer.
I don't think it's that, Dill. I think it's just you just get in the zone and
rush
you just go.
through.
And you're just like, I got this. And it's like, oh, I don't got this. Like one of those things. Yeah. Well. What run are we on? 13. We stayed alive on 13.
22 deaths on 13 right now.
I have to say, Dill. I've finished Nuzlocke. I have not gone past 20 deaths. You are on what gym? Oh, we're looking at a 30 bomb.
Pete's saying to ban you.
Ban him? Can I ban myself? If I knew how to ban myself, I would.
Exactly, thank you. Lorena, thank you for the $5 donation. I don't know how I talk about a recap episode. Dylan 2021. I'm just quoting this because, to be honest, I'm not sure how you do that either. You've already covered that stuff in past podcasts. Please don't cut me off. Character limit. No, you're good.
Oh boy.
I know. It's funny because I have episode reviews on those Vrains episodes that were recaps. I got to go back and look at them, Lorena, because I don't know how I did that, but you know, I guess there's always something to talk about and speculate. Solid Snack, thank you for the $1 donation. Episode, but the gluttonous student council girl was great, as was Mimi as always. Can't wait for her to get destroyed by Swirly next step, even though I'm praying for her win. We should talk sometime, Dill. Solid Snack, we will talk very soon, my man. He's a big Mimi fan. He's picking Swirly.
Wow, Mimi fan that's picking Swirly, that says a lot. Because we have Sapphire Jack, who's like anti-Swirly, and he's telling Mimi's going to win. He's confident, so... It's gonna be interesting.
And of course, there is a character in episode 60, the preview, that looks very interesting. A lot of people, I don't know if you've seen him, the cloaked character.
Yeah.
A lot of people.
What are they saying?
Well, the immediate reaction to that character was that's the 6th sibling. I don't believe that at all.
I mean,
I believe that it's a character from the book. I believe it's like a Sevens Road character from the Sevens book.
Really?
That's what I believe, yeah. I don't believe... I think also we have to stop looking at previews and analyzing them so insanely. And we're guilty of... I'm the most guilty of it.
He's looking for like his
There was a preview you were binge watching where the ramen guy. Remember the episode ended where Yugioh, Neil, and Roa were in the shop and the ramen guy was laughing maniacally.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh my god, he's the orchestrator. He's Otis. Remember that was the theory for the week. Oh, the ramen guy is Otis.
I wasn't here for this because
he's Otis.
He's not Otis.
He was laughing at a video on his phone. And so when I saw so many people say, "Oh, Yugioh's not the sixth sibling. That theory is dead."
I don't know about that.
Based on a preview?
Yeah, I don't know about that.
No, that was to me that was a huge overreaction. Yeah. I don't believe that character has anything to do with the Goha siblings, at least being the sixth sibling. But I just think it's an overreaction.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with that.
But Solid Snack, thank you, my man. Maddie, thank you for the $1 donation. We actually shouted you out, dude.
Yeah, we were talking about
shouted you out. Missed this week's episode, but glad to know it was just a recap. Hope you both are doing well. No big donos this time, dude. You don't even have to donate
please.
at all.
Just come.
Got merch to pay for. Take care of the merch. Take care of yourself. You finally got a new phone.
Yes, finally, Maddie. Maddie, have I texted you on the new phone? You're the same number? Because I feel like I don't know. I want to make sure your phone works.
Maddie, well, congrats on the new phone. Thank you so much. And yeah, that's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
We're doing well.
Yeah,
we're doing really well.
We're doing really well. I'm excited.
I'm pumped, dude.
You're gonna like the recap, especially because you started late, right? He started late.
Yeah, I brought you up, Maddie, and to anyone that started the show late, the recap I think is an episode you probably want to watch because it'll catch you up very, very easily on everything that's happened so far. Mm-hmm. So it has its benefit in that regard. We're going to take a few super chats.
Yes, I got super chats.
We always prioritize the link.
Yes.
But whatever way you're more comfortable donating. The only reason I prioritize the link is because PayPal will take about 5% from a donation, where a super chat takes about 35%. So obviously...
Math, 35 minus 5, 30% difference.
It's a big difference. And so that's why we just prioritize the link. But if you are choosing to support me monetarily, we appreciate it, and it's never a requirement by any means, or an expectation by any means. Whatever way you're more comfortable doing, if you want to support me that way, super chat or link, it's completely fine. Yeah. Thank you for your support.
Yeah.
We'll do a couple super chats.
First super chat, we got I think $5 Canadian from the best cowboy Cad Bane 64. Yes. I'm surprised there's a Sevens Up scene that has nothing to say about the episode. As well, what will happen first? Timeline theory or the Sevens dub? Timeline theory. Timeline theory. Yeah. I don't even know a lot, but I have to say timeline.
Because I know when it's coming out.
Yeah. That's yikes. That's huge. That's
it's coming out soon, guys. Don't worry. Stay tuned.
How many times he says it's coming out soon? Like, we need someone fact check how many times he said it's coming out soon. It's got to be in the hundreds. Oh, gosh. Thank you for the $5 Canadian.
Thank you, cowboy.
We got $5 from Philip Rosewood.
Philip, thank you so much, my man.
Yo, Dill, I haven't gotten to the second chapter of my work yet, but if you read the first chapter, what did you think of it? Also, nice to see Roa back in 2 weeks.
Yes, we will be talking about 60, and then, of course, Roa's return. 61. Roa's epic return to try to revenge what happened with Roman against Yuka, so that'll be fascinating. Roa is dueling Yuka in just 2 weeks, really a week and a half at this point. Philip, thank you so much for the super chat. To be completely honest, I've been swamped. I have not had a chance to read it. I am very sorry about that. I promise you, once I read it, I will read it this weekend because unlike last weekend, this weekend is much more relaxed. I'm actually going to a Mets-Phillies game on Sunday in Philadelphia.
Nice.
And so that car ride might be a great time for me to read it. Once I read it, Philip, I will message you on Twitter. That's how you know I'll read it. But thank you so much, man, for another donation. And good luck on Chapter 2.
Yes, thank you.
And we'll talk about Roa.
Electric Kevin with the 5 American? 5 American?
I think it's Australian.
Oh, $5 Australian. Thank you.
The Down Under.
Oh, the Down Under. The Outback.
Yes.
Kangaroos.
Yeah.
What do they call it? Remember the name for kangaroos?
Ruse, I think they...
Oh, is it Ruse?
Yeah, I think they
okay,
call
we'll go with that.
Yeah.
$5. The new Duels pack is giving new support for 3 duels that uses the water attribute. Who do you think the 3 are? I'm thinking Reginald, Rio, and Adrian. I'm not going to be helpful.
Yeah.
Oh, Mako Tsunami.
Well, Mako Tsunami was the one that I thought of immediately.
Oh, okay, cool. That's helpful.
I would...
I got nothing. That's my only water. Who else had a water deck?
Well, no one from the show. No one from
5Ds. Or Duel Monsters, anybody?
Well, Mako Tsunami.
Just Mako, right?
Yeah, just Mako. A lot of characters in Zexal did.
Zexal, okay.
I'm trying to think. I thought about the characters that I wanted to speculate for this, and I'm drawing a complete blank. Shark is a good guess. I think Shark. I think Mako Tsunami. And there was another character. It wasn't... Who did he say? He said Rio and who?
He said Rio, Adrian, and Reginald.
Was it... I don't think it was Adrian Gecko that I thought. Rio and Adrian are good, especially Rio. Rio I could definitely see. I think Shark. I think Mako.
Yeah, Mako.
I can't think of any other one.
No, I got nothing for you from 5Ds. I got nothing from Duel Monsters. I barely started Vrain, so I can't help you there. I doubt Vrains has a water. Is there one of Vrains that usually that's a big one? Yeah.
I feel like... Oh, Marinsis. That's who I think. Marinsis, Blue Maiden. Did anyone say Marinsis?
Let me check the chat. Oh, that was a while ago, so I'd have to look.
Thank you.
What we're talking about.
Freaky Fish Guy, Aqua Actress Girl, Aoi.
Owie. That's my prediction. I think it'll be Mako, Owie, and Shark. But I think I'd prefer it to be Owie, Shark, and Rio. I'd like to see Rio get some support.
Yeah, it's pretty much Mako.
Good question, Kevin. I mean, we'll keep an eye on it. It's obviously exciting news. You know, I love that set because I love when older characters get
Skyzeisen?
That's their dub name, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Let's see.
Thank you.
Next.
We are going to read a few more, and then we are going to get to 60-61. Picks are coming, I promise.
I think this is €5 from Nicholas Horton.
Yes, it is.
€5 from Nicholas Horton. Thank you, Nicholas. At least Sevens didn't have a recap episode every 8 episodes like Brains did. That's one good thing. We really touched on in the beginning. We're like, at least 59 episodes in, I'm okay with a recap.
I'm fine with it.
Yeah, we're okay with a recap.
As long as there's not a recap in 67, then we're fine.
Yeah.
If we get past the 60s with no recap, then we're back in the clear.
Oh, Jesus, the pressure's on. We have $4.99 from the Flaylips 101. Sorry I'm late, just curious. Dill, did you see my cross summoning notes yet? He already knew the question.
Yes, I did know the question.
I know right away.
The username. Thank you, Flaylips, for another super chat. I have not, because again, I have been swamped and I really have not had any sort of chance to look through DMs, especially on Twitter or Discord for that matter. I promise you I will this weekend. I will get to it and I will write to you about it. I'm actually very excited to read the cross duel notes.
That seems interesting. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So there's a video game coming out called Yu-Gi-Oh! Cross Duel, and the beta. They're doing a closed beta that you can sign up for. Ooh. So, I mean, I doubt I'd get picked if
you should sign up. Come on. They're going to see, this guy knows Konami.
I think if you're a YouTuber like me, I think they'd probably want to avoid you.
Really? Why is that?
Because they probably want to, I would imagine they probably want to keep it private.
Well, you don't have to play on stream. I mean, I guess unless
don't, but then they're probably worried that I would talk about it. I don't know. I
think they'd want you, if it was good feedback. I think they'd want you to talk about it. But I know what you mean. I can understand from your perspective. You're saying they don't want it if it's bad or anything. I agree.
Secretive. Yeah, it's interesting. I don't really know.
I agree.
It's interesting.
Okay,
but I will check it out. Thank you so much, man.
No?
Yeah, we'll do 2 more.
2 more. Nicholas Hort with another €5.
Thank you, Nick.
24 episodes per arc would be perfect, and the 6th sibling has purplish colored hair.
Yeah. So I believe that the character in the preview had the purple hair.
Yes.
I believe. So maybe that's who Nicholas is referring to. Again, I don't believe that that's the 6th sibling. I believe it's a character from the book. Previews are just insanely misleading. And in the cast list, that character's name is Boy. It makes it seem like it's the boy from the story. That's really what I believe it's going to be. But Nicholas, as to your 24 episode point, fully agree with you. 24 episodes to me is definitely a sweet spot. I would love to see it. I'm going to pull up the image for you guys of that character in the preview. We're going to talk about it. Dredger will read one more for me.
Yes. Next one. We have $10 from Nick. I'm going to butcher
Nicholas Schoner. I know the name.
Thank you for not allowing me to butcher it. I appreciate that.
Thank you, Nick.
I hope that they do more new fusion combinations in the future for Sevens. Do you think Swirly is a relative of Yuga since they both have Sevens roads? I think Swirly was using Yuga's deck, correct?
Yes, he was.
Yuga and Swirly as relatives.
It's interesting. I don't believe so.
I don't think so. Yeah.
But I think
it's possible.
I think there is some deep connection.
There's got to be some. He's clearly relevant. They don't, like some characters are just there for whatever reason. But I'd have to think he's slowly getting more screen time. Slowly, kind of, they're trying to show him more. There's got to be something behind it. I don't know what it is, but we'll wait and see.
I agree. Well, it'll be fascinating.
It will. I'm excited. Am I caught up? I'm caught up. Okay.
So thank you guys so much.
Thank you. You guys are awesome.
We are now going to get into the some speculative stuff.
Oh yeah,
we love exciting.
Dill loves speculative stuff.
I
It's
do.
his favorite thing.
And we're starting with this image.
Oh, this is actually going to be creepy as it slowly opens up.
So so this is the boy from the episode 60 preview. I would imagine on the cast list there's a character named Boy.
There is a character. Yeah,
this is it. To me, this is going to be a character from the story. When people saw this in the preview, I cannot tell you how many people on Twitter, on Discord, in the community, really believed that this, right off the bat, killed the Yuga six-sibling theory. This was the sixth sibling.
I would actually totally disagree because honestly, I'm looking at this from afar. That looks like Yuga's hair.
Oh, so you think that's like a version of Yuga?
I mean, I'm not confirmed, but if you think about
here's a bigger picture.
Look at Yuga's hair.
See, I think look at like this emblem right here on the right. Doesn't that remind you of Seven's Road?
Yeah, a little bit. Also reminds me of like an eye patch, like Scare Me 5D style.
Yeah,
a little bit there. But no, like think about the hair. Yuga's hair goes up like that, right? It's different color, obviously. But no, I know I can't imagine people seeing this and think, oh my god, there's no way Yuga's like, no, that's not what it does. It just opens up a possibility of a new character. I would have to think.
Yeah,
I don't know. Interesting.
It is interesting. Yeah. Obviously, he will be in episode 60.
Yes.
What do you
think? Yeah, honestly, what do you think?
I believe he's going to be a character in the Sevens book. We know there's a Sevens book in 60. That's what I believe. But anyway, let me get rid of this. Yeah. And what I need to do now is get the summary up.
Oh yes.
That's what I need to do.
Oh yeah.
We got to talk about this.
Oh boy, here we go. And then we got to make picks. Oh shit. Even though we kind of know our picks, but yeah. Your pick. Here we go.
If you do not want spoilers, now.
Oh my! You didn't warn them.
It's okay. I'm gonna block you for a second.
But no, I don't mind blocking you. The fact that you didn't give them a chance to walk away.
That's okay. They know it's.
He shows you the image and then says spoilers.
that could have been better, but you guys know the layout at this point. All right, episode 60. Do you remember Itachi? Swirly visits the library and encounters a mysterious book titled Sevens. Mimi, who is now a librarian, thinks that the book will allow her to climb the corporate ladder once again, so she challenges Swirly to a duel. Meanwhile, Yuga and his friends head to the Six-Ross spaceship to meet Yugioh. That's a reference to Macross, I believe. The cast list: Yuga, Rook, Gakuto, Roman, Kaizo, Tiger, Swirly, Mimi, Yugioh, Euro, Yuka, Old Man, Boy, Drone, Man, Woman. So the reason why I believe that character is from the story is because the characters Old Man, Boy, Man, and Woman all sound like they are storybook characters, generic storybook characters, right? And those are characters that are by name speaking on the cast list.
Mimi sucks. Sorry. Man behind the image.
Yeah, let me look that up.
People can see me now.
What do you make of the summary, Judge?
My boy Swirly's gonna get. So I'm actually before I do my Swirly rant. My biggest thing is let me just hold that up.
Our picks are coming.
Their picks are coming
next. Picks are coming next.
My biggest thing is I like Tiger being in the episode. That's one thing I do like, seeing Tiger back in an episode.
Yes.
But the book itself. I find I said it still right when I came earlier today. I was like, I find it very interesting that we're in the library, right where Mimi works, and Swirly just happens to be at the library, and he finds a book that Mimi needs.
Right.
He finds the one book that will help her, labeled Sevens. Now, how did Swirly know where this book is?
Right.
So I found that very interesting. Obviously, I think that character, as Dylan said, is from the book itself, which makes sense. Sevens Road. Maybe it's going to explain about the Sevens Roads characters and Sevens Mage, and I think there's another one, Sevens Magician. There's another one. So Matricia, that
Sevens
goes.
Road Witch.
Sevens Road Witch. Thank you. Yes, and there's another Sevens Road character. But I just find it interesting. I'm not sure that this duel is based on that summary. This duel is going to count towards the Goha versus Yuga. Score.
Well, that's
one thing we said.
Well, that's another big question.
Yeah.
Does this count towards the score?
I really don't think so.
Because if it counts towards the score,
who's on whose team?
Right. Your whole judgment could be different.
Changed. Yeah.
Well, I would imagine would Mimi be on Go, but I don't see the siblings saying, "Yeah, let's have our fired boss."
Yeah,
the
that's my
fired
point.
figurehead,
I can't imagine.
a librarian now. Let's put her on the front line.
Mind you, when they say in the summary, Yuga and like the gang are not there. The Yuga and they are going towards the spaceship, right?
Yeah.
They're not there. So why is this duel going to count?
Remember, Mimi in episode 7 or 8, whenever it was, she wanted Yuga's diary.
Yes, she did.
She lost that duel.
She did lose that duel.
She wants
and
the
then,
book.
And then Yuga handed the diary.
Right. Well, that's how Sevens goes.
Yeah,
but
yeah, I can't see it. Again, even with we talk, even with the amount of episodes now, I'm not sure that this episode's going to count towards the numbers. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. But overall, I'm excited. And now I'll go on my rant. Let's be real, guys. My guy is what's the He's 1-0, right?
He's
undefeated.
1-0.
Undefeated.
Yeah.
About to still be undefeated. 2-0, just like me. 7-0. Actually, it's fun to say. I meant to
Well, do you want to do our picks?
Well, I mean, I don't have a choice on who I pick.
All right, so we're gonna do our picks. So we're gonna do our
I messed
picks.
this up. I mean, I have to pick. I have no
So
choice.
you start with the picks.
I gotta take Swirly. I just
going
don't
Swirly.
think. I mean, I think Swirly's still mysterious. I think he needs this win to keep building his character up. I just don't think Mimi needs the win. Mimi got to the top of the corporate ladder and fell miserably down the bottom. She's an ex-president. She was there for what? How long? The other guy died. So at least think about it, she got off easy. She just got fired. She didn't die. So if you think about that, she wants this book to climb back up. I just don't think she's gonna get to climb back up. I don't think that's gonna happen. I think Swirly's gonna pull out his own deck this time. I think that's another interesting. We're gonna see what kind of deck Swirly has. Yeah. I'm very interested in what kind of deck, because he used Yuga's deck against Otis.
Right.
So I want to see what kind of deck he has, what kind of deck he uses, how he duels now that he was scared. Let's see what he does. But I'm 100% Swirly wins this duel, and I keep my 7-0 streak. You can almost say that my streak is good as a famous wrestler you might know at WrestleMania named The Undertaker. Mind you, but remember this, WrestleMania is fixed. I'm guessing, I am making these picks. So even though it's 7-0 versus what was 19, 18-0?
21-0.
Well, no, he's 21-1.
Right, so he started 21-0.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so it's 21-0 versus 7-0. I don't know. 7-0 when you have 3 options every duel. Actually, deal. So there was 3 options every duel. 7 duels. 7 times 3, 21.
No.
Rest my case.
No. That's like there was an opponent every time Undertaker dueled, so 21 times 2 is 42.
Ooh.
That logic doesn't make sense.
All right, doesn't make sense.
Let me stop you right there. Let me stop you right there. The Undertaker, yes, the results might be scripted, as you say, but he was so good that they let him win 21 in a row.
All right, you got me there.
So
Swirly
now,
still beast.
if you reach 21-0, then I'll say your streak's more impressive than the Undertaker's.
I think honestly, if I get like 15,
and you're not even 7-0 yet. We have to see how this duel plays out.
I mean,
Dredger is picking Swirly.
Yeah,
Dredger is picking Swirly.
100%. Swirly for the win. Let's be real.
So,
what's chat saying? I'm gonna read while you put in the group.
Who should I read first? Nick T, Pete, or Cal? You give me one.
We all don't. No, I don't want Cal. So let's go Pete.
Okay. So Pete is picking Swirly.
Hey-o.
So 2 picks for Swirly, 0 for Mimi. I'm picking Swirly. It seems he's the character they are going to be building up this season, and I think Mimi can still have character progression and self-realization without a victory. Climbing the corporate ladder doesn't seem like the thing the audience would necessarily root for, so Swirly. So Pete is going Swirly.
I love it.
So we have 2 Swirlies.
Ooh. All right, now we can go Cal. Now that we have that, we can go Cal. I'm okay with Cal now.
Okay.
Wait, what's Cal thinking? Cal with me?
Cal picked Mimi.
Oh my. Well, let's be real.
Cal is the only one who did not give any sort of reason or rationale.
He just says, yeah.
So he picked Mimi. He doesn't. Nick T gave some rationale.
What did Nick T say? Well, we all know Nick T picked.
So Nick T picked Mimi as well.
Wow.
So right now the team's 2-2.
Hey, just like it was 2-2.
So I'm 2-2. So I'm going with Ms. Mimi Itachi herself. This is Nick T.
Wow.
She's here to redeem herself and defeat the sniveling Swirly. Sure, he beat Otis, who is virtually winless to begin with, but that was a fluke. Mimi has more to prove and more to lose than a character who's delivered a total of 15 coherent lines since he's arrived. And then Nick T wrote, "Does this sound like a wrestling promo? Ha 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 ha." So he was really trying to hype it up.
Yeah, he's become more. Nick
he's
T,
very anti-Swirly.
Nick T is very anti-Swirly.
When I talked to Nick T on the phone yesterday, Nick T said that no matter how he feels, he has to pick Mimi
against Swirly
because of the meme going on with you.
Me and him, we have to. Yeah,
it's like I had to pick Sweets Kakako against Nick Yagi. I thought Nick Yagi was going to win. I had to pick Kakako.
Yeah, so, I gotcha. And Nick T makes some good points. I'll give him that. But let's be real. Swirly has become. You can't argue that Swirly from the first episode to now has become more relevant. You can't argue that.
So
you can't even try to argue that.
Pick. I lost a bet to X-Slayer. I have to wear the cowboy hat. I forgot about it.
Oh yeah, you were thinking cowboy hat.
Let me wear it right now.
All right, I'll read some in the chat. Let's see what's going on. What everyone's saying.
And then I'll make my pick.
Oh yes. Oh, he's gonna
ask them who they think I'm gonna pick.
All right, yeah. Who do you guys think Dill is picking? We are 2-2 right now. 2-2. Who do you guys think he's gonna pick? Who do you guys think it is? Wrestling promo, yeah, Cal. The poll is only thing that Mimi will win. Facts. Swirly's heel turn. That could be interesting, Tess. Sapphire, I'm telling you, man, you're 100% by Mimi, bro. I wouldn't be so confident. That's all I'm saying. Tie. That maybe was a tie. Swirly, Mimi. We have actually kind of. It's a little in the middle. Yeah, X-Slayer, Swirly. X-Slayer, I knew I liked you. You're a good guy.
Who do they think I'm picking?
Seems like a lot. They're kind of mixed. Yeah, oh, wait. Dill picks Mimi. Dill picked Mimi now and Roa. I'm rooting for Mimi. Nadine's rooting for Mimi. Nadine. Come on, Swirly. Right. Nadine, how are you, by the way?
You guys ready for my pick?
I'm not ready. Some President Swirly. 1,000% Mimi. Wow. Wait, the world's smallest violin? I was doing a drum roll.
No. I got marker on my
I was going to do the world's smallest violin.
No, so I am picking Swirly.
Woo!
I am picking Swirly. Woo! So this is a tricky one. I believe Swirly, much like Pete said, is the character that they are trying to build up. I think he's the character that has potentially the most mystery and intrigue. Will they go anywhere with it? Yeah. I think they will. I think Swirly will beat Mimi. Mimi is also just a character that I don't think is ever going to win. I really don't.
0-9 Shingo?
She's not going to be as bad as 0-9 Shingo,
right.
But I don't think because she's not annoying, but I don't think she's ever going to win. I really don't. And I think that her character is not dependent on getting wins.
True.
I think she got great character development in that duel where she lost to Yugioh, her son.
Yeah.
I think she's gotten good development not dueling. Her last duel, Mr. Goha hijacked.
Yeah.
So you could blame him. And, some people like to say that she would have beaten Roa if Mr. Goha didn't hijack it. I don't know about that.
No, I don't know about that.
Mimi's deck is very interesting, but I think Swirly just has a lot of mystery. And I think she is going to fail at getting the Sevens book. And I don't know, a plot line where she's trying to reclimb the corporate ladder right now.
It just doesn't make sense.
She
was just there.
Not only does it not make sense, but you're not getting to the top right now.
No,
not
with the siblings and the helmet.
You're not getting to the top. I think Swirly will get a win, and I think it will be like a symbolic rock bottom for Mimi. I really do.
And then her build up will begin again, as we're saying. This is her low point.
Well, yeah, not necessarily.
And I'm not saying she's gonna go but she's slow. Her character will be.
Yeah, she just lost her job. She's now working as a librarian, which she probably believes is under her, and given what she was, and so I think she's going to lose her last bit of hope here when she doesn't get the book in a comedic way. But this is a hard duel to pick.
I'm split.
I've believed it to be Swirly since that duel was announced. Remember, I saw this duel coming 2 weeks ago, and I thought Swirly was going to win if the matchup happened. I think there's more for Swirly to gain here than there is for Mimi through a win, and so I'm going with Swirly. But I'll be live for this one. This will be a fun one. So make sure you catch that.
Oh, Saturday night, right?
Yeah, pre-show watch along. That will be 6:00.
If Nicole's out, I'm watching that.
Well, ask Nicole. You can come over. We can do it here.
If Nicole's not here,
I'm
coming
here for the Nick Yagi duel.
Was he?
So, yeah. So
maybe I'll come. That'd be cool.
Yeah. What did everyone in the chat split? Mix.
Kind of. They're a little surprised. Nadine is with whatchamacallit? Nadine, Cal, Jack. Who else?
Let me also say this. A lot of people said Mimi, and I have the proof from the pick'em. Mimi will beat Yugioh.
Yeah.
I showed you. Probably about 90% of people in the Pick'em League. And I know there's probably going to be a lot of people that said, oh, no, I always thought Yugioh was going to win.
Yeah.
That wasn't the case. I remember that duel very well. Every one of us picked Mimi to beat Yugioh. Dredger wasn't here at that point.
I did not.
Every one of us picked Mimi to beat Yugioh.
When I watched that duel, I would have thought Mimi.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I was speeding through
it.
Yeah,
it didn't happen.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen here. It's just not. Swirly's going to win.
I agree. Swirly's going to win.
Yeah.
I'm excited. 7-0. Gonna catch up the Undertaker's streak.
It'll be a good one. I'm very excited. But we now are gonna stop the Mimi talk for a little bit.
Yes, please.
and move over
to the most exciting thing that we found out. I think, if you agree. Yeah, I think it's the most exciting thing. I don't know about you, but wait. Here we go.
Hold on.
Oh, there it is. There you have it, right? Oh. Wait, I'm getting. Oh God.
No, it's like glitching out. Hold on. We'll be with you in a moment, chat.
Little technical difficulties. Mimi's greater than Akira. I don't know what that is.
I don't agree with that.
Yeah.
Episode 61.
This is the duel, man. Oh my gosh.
Live show, powerful rush duel. Yuka commenced a baseball rush duel. In response to Yuka's provocation, Roa announces he will avenge Roman as a fellow Roa Roman member. Thus began an unusual showdown between rock music and baseball. Roa is back. Immediate thoughts.
Took it long. I mean, I'm excited he's back. Where's he been? What's he been doing?
Yeah.
So I'm hoping this is I think this has to be a must win for him. You know, honestly, his character hasn't been around. He's coming back to avenge Roman, going up against one of the Goa siblings. They're going to need a win to kind of tie this up if what holds true is that this next duel doesn't count towards the counting. So I'm very excited to see what he does. He's been MIA. So, and we thought, you know, when he was first introduced, you know, the first thing Dilla told me when we started watching it was like, wait till you meet Roa in episode like 9 or 10. I was like, oh, all right, let's meet this and see what this character's like. And then we meet him, and he's around for you know, he's here and there. But then this second season, has he even been in an episode season 2?
No.
Yeah, so this is his first episode of season 2.
Yeah.
I'm hoping he comes with a bang. Hoping it's a good duel. We did see Yuka beat Roman in a baseball duel before. So I'm excited. Baseball versus rock music. I think they go more hand in hand than against each other, but we'll see what they do with this duel. But I'm excited. Very excited to see Roa.
I'm very excited Roa's back. I will take it a step further than you. If Roa loses this duel, his character is dead for me. This is, and I know that sounds extreme to say, but Roa up to this point has been probably the most disappointing character to me. Because when he was shown to us, and maybe this is my fault, maybe it's my fault, I put him in the same category as a Jack Atlas, a Kaiba, a Revolver.
No.
I viewed him as that rival character. I did.
Okay.
And I still do.
I could see you seeing it, but then as soon as you kind of, they work together,
Well,
when did Kaiba work with Yugi?
Well, he's not even, but like Jack Atlas.
Jack Atlas was, but yeah, Jack Atlas knew like his place. He knew like his rival.
All the rivals are a little different, but as the rival to Yuga. That's how I viewed him.
No, Rook's the rival to Yuga in a sense.
I would say Rook's the best friend, like Joey Wheeler. But it's hard. The traditional roles are kind of broken.
What does Rook always say? He wants to be king of duels. You know, he wants to beat Yuga. He wants to steal it from Yuga. You know.
Well, Joey wanted to be the best duelist.
Yeah, but it's Joey's third-rate duelist at best. Come on.
Not by the end of the show, bro.
No.
But anyway.
I wouldn't know. I was told to not watch it. It wasn't important.
I don't know who said that, the idiot. So anyway, Roa, even if you don't want to compare him to any of the rivals, which is fine, it's something that I need to get over with him. He just has not been around at all.
No, I agree.
Hasn't been.
I agree.
And that's been a massive disappointment for me. And so I'm very excited that he's back, that he'll be dueling Yuka. At this point in time, I feel very confident that he will win.
Yeah,
I'd be shocked if he didn't win. Yeah. That being said, for me, what's more important than Roa in 61 is Roa in 62, is Roa in 63, is what happens to Roa after he duels Yuka. Because remember, he had a duel against Geta in probably about episode 17 or 18, and then vanished for 25 episodes. Yeah. He was gone that entire third arc during the Asana arc. Yeah. The entire third arc. And he had one duel in Arc 2, and then came back a little bit in Arc 4, and was ultimately defeated by Roman in the tournament. So, Roa's character, which is so fascinating to me. I mean, I love Roa. I think he's one of the most entertaining characters. I do have to say, at this point, through 60 episodes, has been disappointing. Yeah. It has been.
I agree.
And I hope that not only does he get a win in 61 to get some redemption for Roman, which I think that's a cool angle. Didn't see that angle coming, but it's a cool angle. I hope that he is not, again, swept to the side, and we have to wait another 15 episodes to see him. And I know him being gone for 25 episodes between 18 and 43 or whenever it was. I'm not counting his talk with Yuga. That's the other thing with Roa. There's been so many plot lines that just didn't really get expanded on.
Yeah.
Roa talks to Yuga.
We don't hear that conversation.
And we don't hear that conversation.
I think everyone, Nick T, Pete, Callie, we've
everyone,
all said this is very frustrating.
And the bandmate redemption and that whole little arc, I thought that was badly executed. And that Roman didn't, that was badly executed. I did not like the redemption the band members got and the the coming together of Roa and Geta and Ushido. It just felt weird. It didn't feel that earned. Didn't really like the payoff there. So Roa's been involved in, to me, a couple of the more disappointing elements of the show. And, he's got so much star power. No, pun or joke intended there. I really hope that this is him turning over a new leaf. Because it's not, at this point for me, it's not just beating Yuka. It's what do you do after
his character?
Yuka?
Yeah, well, where does his character go from this point? You're bringing him back. Is he come back just for a one-off, or is he? And he has
to beat Yuka. If he loses,
I agree.
I said
he's done. I said he's done.
That is a train wreck to me.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to you're bringing back a character you haven't seen that we thought was in now just to have him lose. Yeah. You can have Roman or Gakuto lose again if you really wanted to.
Right, exactly.
You're gonna bring back Roa
or even Tiger, who's been at least
Tiger,
around.
even what's her name? Asana. Bring Asana. She can take a loss.
Yeah. So
it seems like an obvious pick. Seems like what we know what should happen. Doesn't mean it's gonna.
No, well, we all thought Roman would beat Tsuchiko. Stakes were much lower in that duel.
That's the only thing I'll say. Because the stakes are higher, I really hope they go with the quote-unquote correct decision here. Because if not,
I'd be very surprised if Roa didn't win.
I agree.
What are people in the chat saying?
Pretty much a lot like Roa. They're saying... Someone said then Neil, Asana, or Tiger to take on you or Yuron after.
Yeah, I think that's very low. I think Tiger versus Yudon makes a lot of
Pete said
sense.
Roa better get his shit together.
I didn't know if I was being too harsh on his character, which some people might think that I am being.
I don't think you're being that harsh, though. I think it's almost
he pulls Vanishing Axe too much.
Yeah. Someone said I feel like he's here to lose. That was Alt 0 star.
If that happens, it would be a disaster. Not necessarily for the show, by the way, or for Yuka or the storyline, but for Roa's character, that would most likely be a disaster.
Yeah.
So it'll be fascinating to see. Happy he's back, but is he here to stay?
Yeah, that's the scary part.
I don't know. I just don't know. And I know people might say, well, Nail has only dueled once since that second arc. But Neil's been involved with the story.
Yeah, I do see
He's
some
in the background.
I see comments about what's Nail done. Nail's been around and at least doing something. Having interesting points, taking this, saying this Providence. I work for Goa, so he has to listen to that.
And he beat Yuga.
And he beat
Roa. What's Roa's big win? Geta?
Yeah, it's not really a big win.
That's what I mean. Roa lost to Yuga and Roman. Nail beat Yuga. And he dominated Gakuto, let's be honest. Gakuto was lucky to pull out a draw in that duel. I know a lot of people would probably make that comparison, well, as the counter argument about Nail, but Neil's been there. He's sanctioning these duels.
Yeah, I agree. Nail's been there.
Yeah.
But someone saying Nail is more useless than Roa other than Maximum, I'd have to totally disagree.
I would disagree with that.
Roa is going to lose to Yugioh. I don't think Roa is going to duel Yugioh. That'd be insane if they kept unless they need a loss. Then after he wins, have him losing.
Well, you'd imagine Team Yuga probably has to lose 2 more times at least.
I want 6-5. I want it to come down to one duel.
I think it will be.
Yeah, I
think it will be.
Yeah,
it'll be interesting.
Very, very interesting.
I guess we will go to some donations.
Yeah.
Also, here's a crazy fact.
Oh,
crazy fact. This is actually insane. I was thinking about this in the shower today.
I don't know where this is going. I'm scared.
Swirly, if he wins, would be only the second character in this entire show to win their first 2 duels. Unless I'm forgetting someone.
Who are we missing?
Rook would be the only other character that's won their first 2 duels.
Really?
Think about it.
I am.
That's one of those facts where you're like, that can't be true. And then you think about it more and you're like, oh my God, that's true.
Yeah. Wow. That'd be good.
Neil lost his second duel.
That would only make
Yuga lost his second duel.
Yeah,
so if Swirly wins, he is only the second character in the whole show to win his first 2 duels.
And that's why Swirly's a god.
That's crazy.
It's insane.
That's crazy. Now, of course,
it makes me think he's going to lose.
Yuka, Yudon, and Yugioh, if they win another, they'll join that club as well. But at the moment, 60 episodes in, it hasn't happened to anyone but Rook. Rook is the only character through 59 episodes that has won their first 2 duels. And that is a crazy fact.
Swirly will be second.
Yeah.
Ivory wants to know why you're thinking about Swirly in the shower, though.
I was thinking about the show. It's a great question. When I'm in the shower, when I'm driving, those are the two places where I'm constantly thinking about video topics, thinking about discussion points, thinking about talking points that I want to make on the show. So it's a very good question.
I have a feeling you expected that question. You were very prepared with your answer.
Well, yeah, because I realized how it could be misconstrued.
Just making sure.
I appreciate her keeping me honest.
You were prepared. I love it.
Yeah, I was prepared.
Someone's got to keep
Has
you
anyone
honest.
said any characters that I might be forgetting?
About what specifically?
Winning the first.
No one has
yeah.
said anything.
Because it's one of those where I'm sure everyone watching was like, no, that can't be true. And then you think about it more and you're like, oh shit, that is true.
Yeah.
Brooke is the only character who's won their first 2 duels. It's crazy. Just crazy.
It really is, because Swirly's clearly a main character now, so it's
he's got to win first, so I wouldn't talk a big game. Talk a big game if he wins.
I know he's gonna win. That's how confident I am.
So we'll see, but it is crazy. Let me look.
In this show, Gabriel.
Just in sevens. Just in sevens. I bet you there has never been another Yu-Gi-Oh! Where only one character.
Yeah, no, it's probably a few.
Yeah. In the first 59 episodes.
Yeah.
No way. I'm sure every Yu-Gi-Oh! Has a bunch of characters, but sevens has just been weird in that regard and unpredictable, which I do like.
Nick, he only dueled once.
He only did once. All right, we're gonna read some donations.
No.
X Slayer, thank you for the $1 donation. Could the 6th Goha sibling be a resemblance to Sevens Road? Also, maybe the Sevens Road monster had an important role in the story, and we'll have a fusion monster with a dragon that Rook will give to Yuga against Yuo. That'd be interesting if that story leads them to a fusion, and maybe Swirly reports it back to Yuga and them, or Swirly finds the fusion. Maybe Swirly finds the fusion, and the monster that he's going to fusion summon is that shadowy clawed monster in the opening. I believe that monster belongs to Swirly. Given the
it makes sense, the lizardy,
given the transitions that happen in that opening, those two scenes match up.
Yeah.
Swirly scene and that lizard scene.
They really do.
So I believe that's what will be the case. But X-Slayer, good theory there. We'll keep an eye on that. Goose, thank you for the 333. The recap sometimes gives a different perspective than the episodes we have seen until then, similar to one of the recaps from Vrains. I have hopes for Swirly. Hope he isn't like Lebowski from GX. He's already better than that guy. Oh my god. Excited for a Swirly win. Goose believes that Swirly will win. You heard it here first. Goose, thank you, my man. Calibro, thank you for the $3 donation. I picked Mimi because I think Swirly is a joke character. Hope I am wrong. I think Mimi needs legitimacy, and a win against Swirly can at least build her confidence. Also, Roa has been very disappointing, so I hope he's here to stay. Yeah, that's another person who believes Roa has been disappointing.
Yeah, I think we all most of the chat did agree that Roa has been disappointing. I think for the most part. Yeah, he just hasn't done what we thought he was going to do.
Yeah. There's no character in the show that. Yeah, I always say, and I love to make this, the Suicide Squad 2016, to me, that was the most disappointing movie I've ever seen. And it's not the worst movie I've ever seen.
But the amount of hype behind it.
There's a big distinction there.
Yeah.
So Roa is not the worst character in Yu-Gi-Oh! Sevens. If I made a top 15, Roa's making the top 15. But for the expectations I had, it's definitely, there's no other character where my expectations were that high.
No, I agree.
That has not been
my
met.
point.
So that's an important, I'm not, by any means, disappointing does not mean worst.
Yes, I agree.
So I don't want people to get that confused. But Caliber, thank you for the donation. Pink Penguin, thank you for the $1 donation. Hi, Dylan Dredge. Hope all is well. Crew looking a bit small today, same as my workplace. Anyway, I've not seen the episode. Not like I need to. You definitely don't. I bet Yuga will use Fusion soon. Maybe mix him and Rook's monsters to show their friendship. It's funny that you said that, Pink. Thank you for the donation. There's a shot in the opening, right before the, rush, and they're showing the characters, where a line of blue and a line of yellow
yes.
Rook and Yuga's colors, merge, and this dragon shoots fire into the sky.
Bro, it was terrifying.
Is that going to be a Yuga-Rook fusion? It
that
could
would
be.
Cool.
It could be.
That'd be exciting.
So, or a symbolism of Yuga and Rook's friendship, if Yuga uses it, very well could be. So I think we're headed towards something like that. I think the opening is pointing us in that direction.
I'd have to agree with you there.
But Pink, thank you so much. Have some super
chats. Yes, we do. $5 Canadian from the best Cowboy Cad Bane 64. I don't think Yuga is going to be the 6th Goha anymore because that's just that. They want us to think about, and therefore, since they are, see my third dono. I don't know. I was at
probably
the
another
next
one.
one. Oh my God, you're right. It's almost like you knew.
It's like I've been doing this for
Another
a while.
another $5 Canadian. I have
Thank
not been doing it for a while. Leading us, and they want to surprise us, so I'm going to say the opposite. I'm so hyped to see Roa last night doing a Sevens Rush episodes.
Yeah, very excited to see Roa back. And I actually don't think that that's a bad angle to believe that Yugioh will not be the sixth sibling. I think that's actually one of the best angles to convince yourself that he's not the sibling by saying reverse psychology. They're trying to trick us so heavily into believing that, and then they're going to pull the rug from under us.
And I've always said
I think that's pretty valid.
What I love about a show is when I'm surprised.
Yeah.
I don't want to know what happened. I want me to think something, and then you do something that it makes sense to the story, but I did not expect it.
Yeah.
That's what's the best thing, because you're just like, you've seen that. Like, I think us watching the season 1 finale, when we're watching the final,
and Rook was winning,
and me and you eyes just like,
yeah,
because you don't expect it, and that's what's great about watching shows is that you don't know if you don't know what's gonna happen next. It makes it so much more exciting when whatever does happen happens.
At this point, the most predictable sixth sibling would be Yugioh.
Yes, I agree.
That's
why SWIRLY coming as a wild card, or this purple character, or a third character that maybe it's someone we just overlooked or something. Would just be very exciting.
Even though I still believe that Yugioh will be the sibling.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
be mad if it was someone that made sense from you didn't know.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
All right.
Thank you, Cammy.
Goose with $4.99. Say
Goose.
It. You know.
Sending positive vibes and kindness to everyone and keep things PG positively. Goose.
Hey, got it on the nose.
Nailed
Let's
it.
go.
Goose, love you, man. Thank you so much, dude.
Goose.
Hope your life's been going well. I think Goose is on Instagram. He's
Goose is living the good life. I'm jealous.
I'm jealous too. I like it, Goose. Thank you, my man.
We got 5 more from Philip Rosewood.
Thank you so much, Phil. Thank you, dude.
At this point, Dill, Roa is like Reiji in Arc 5. Doesn't show up half the time, but when they do, it's always a pleasure to see him.
I completely agree. Now, it's funny that you mentioned Reiji because that was a comparison I was also thinking about earlier today. And I was going to bring it up, but I didn't. Reiji was phenomenal. I think Reiji had a little bit more command of a scene than Roa did. I just thought Reiji was that good. However, he a lot of times was just not used as much as he should have been used. And so the reason for that was, of course, voice actor things, but that also hurt his character. But at least during the Synchro arc, remember when there was that long span that Reiji wasn't dueling, at least he had scenes with Reira. He had scenes with the Council. Yeah. He had great commentary on those riding duels. Remember when Shun weeded out the traitor Dennis? So Reiji was at least still involved, if that makes sense, Philip, in the show. Way more than Roa. If Roa's not dueling, Roa is just not there.
Yeah.
So at least Reiji was involved in that way. But I completely don't disagree with that comparison at all. I think it's very fair. What do you want to show me? Singloud, Nolan, thank you so much for the $13.99 super chat. Thank you, Singloud. You should get MSN. I recently got Windows Live Messenger 8.5, so it would be really cool if you got MSN too. What is MSN Hotmail or?
I think so, something like that.
I'll look into it. MSN. Yeah. I'll look into it. I've heard of it before, but is it Hotmail MSN? I'll look into it, Sin. I'm old now, so I'm out of the loop with technology and what's in and what's not. So I don't even have Snapchat.
Yeah, you don't actually.
I don't.
I have stock in Snapchat, and it went up a lot recently.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Surprisingly, yeah.
Yeah.
Not the AMC though. Yeah.
Sorry.
I got last super chat from Andrew Rowland, $4.99.
Thank you, Andrew.
Now that fusions are in Rush Duels, I really hope for heroes to come in with a Legend E-Hero Neos.
So here's the crazy thing. About that, Andrew, I think it's very possible that we will see something along those lines. I think the odds of seeing old archetypes are more positive in this show than in any show. Not only have we seen fusions, Andrew, we saw Utopia. We saw Yuma Tsukumo's Ace Monster. That's crazy. Yes, it was a bait. It wasn't actually an XYZ monster, but now that we have fusions in this show. And in the game, I think having Heroes, which is the deck that the main character of GX played,
okay. All right.
I think is very possible. And Andrew, it's definitely something to keep an eye on. But Yeah, thank you for the donation, man. And it'll be really exciting to see any old cards and old decks and stuff.
Oh, of course. Like we see Pot of Greed, when we see
Graceful Charity.
Oh my gosh, so many good cards. That episode Rook and
yeah.
was
And the Schrodinger had Odd Eyes Cat,
yes.
which is Odd Eyes Dragon, which was Yu-Gi's Ace, Red Eyes Cat, Red Eyes Dragon, and Blue Eyes Cat, Blue Eyes White Dragon. So like you have those little, it'd be really cool. It'd be really cool. We had a Harpy Lady.
Yes.
Euro summoned Harpy Lady. He summoned Cybertech Alligator. I don't know. I think it's possible. It's most possible in this show. I would say even more than Arc 5, because Arc 5, the characters, unless they were a legacy character, had their own archetypes. They had their own archetypes. This show, characters are using cards randomly. They're all over the place, which I love.
Keeps it
so
interesting.
it definitely will. But I think that's gonna wrap it up. Do we have anything else?
I got no super chats. I got nothing in here. No,
Short stream. I figured we'd be a little bit over an hour.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Perfect
a lot of people said, "Why are you even going live?" I don't know. We love doing this.
Because we love doing this.
We love doing this. We love being with you.
Exactly.
Want to thank everyone for your support, not just here, but on Super Deep Prot. I have a YouTube channel. I have a Twitch, which I stream under Super Deep Prot. I was live with Duel Links earlier tonight. Some of you might have caught that. And, of course, here on Yu-Gi-Oh! Everything. The support that you guys have for me means everything. Just by being a viewer, if you're a patron, if you're a channel member, if you're a Twitch sub. I mean, I can't even begin to describe all the ways that you guys support me and are helping me achieve my dreams of really just doing this purely and fully full-time. And I never want to understate how thankful I am for each and every one of you. We're getting near 100 episodes of the Talking Yu-Gi-Oh! Segment, which is insane. So thank you guys so much for that. Thank you for being here. I'm sorry it was another weird week. We will be back hopefully next
Wednesday.
week. Wednesday night again, 8:39. But you're amazing. Dredge, do you have anything you want to promote?
Yes, I actually do for once.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure this is confirmed because I'm not doing anything Saturday. I am going to continue the Pokemon Black randomized Nuzlocke this Saturday, August 7th, around, I'll say 12 p.m. Around 12 p.m., we're going to go live. We're going to try to catch up. We're going to try to do some stuff. I haven't been live in a long time. I actually forget what dang gym we're at. I think we're at 5 or 6. I got to look into it. But check me out, www.twitch.tv/Dredger. It's in the link below. But definitely going to get some Pokemon. Hope you guys enjoyed this stream, though. It's always fun. Thank you for having me, Dill. I really appreciate it.
Of course. Thank you for coming on. It was a little late.
Man,
it was
a good time.
It was random. And,
it's all good.
Yeah, you guys are all amazing. Dredge is back on stream. His Twitch
Saturday,
is right down in the description. Definitely give this man a follow. Thank you all so much for your amazing, amazing support. Tomorrow, we will have a video of me discussing whether I believe synchros, XZs, rituals, pendulums, links could eventually come to the game of Rush Duels. So stay tuned for that. Thank you guys all so much for your amazing support. I will talk to you later, and I hope you have an amazing day. Take care, guys.
Everybody.
Peace.
Bye.